Hello to all my 3000 GT enthusiast friends, all my tennis friends, especially the Rafa fans, and last but not least, the squeaky Choco Squirrel friends. I am the infamous Dr. Goldwolf, and today I'm going to introduce to you my quote-unquote new car here. But first, a quick background about how I got into cars recently. I'm not a mechanic. I just drive cars, and I like them to work well. So I take them to the shops from time to time and get oil changes or little maintenance things if there's an issue that comes up. And my whole life basically I've had bad experiences with mechanics, always trying to hustle me to buy something more, or them messing things up to try to make a quick buck. And recently I brought my car right before the quarantine to get the oil changed, and they added way too much oil. The car started smoking, and that could have ruined my car. So I said enough is enough. I got to start doing things myself, because if you want things done right, you got to do it yourself. But one guy that I do want to mention, he was in Fort Lauderdale. His name is Bob Simon, great mechanic. Never tried to hustle me. I always fix things well, and good prices too. When I was down in medical school, I didn't have money. I still don't have money, and he never tried to hustle me. So good guy. If you live down there, check him out. Yeah, I got into cars here, and I've been learning about them, and I've been enjoying it. If you look at my credits, all those YouTube channels, you should check them out. They're good channels, a lot of good content, and you may be hearing me referencing them in this video from time to time. Back to my car now. This is a 1999 Mitsubishi 3000 GT base model. They made 3 different models: the base model, the SL Luxury, and the VR4, all powerful performance for racing. That's the one that enthusiasts like, but I'm not an enthusiast. I'm just a regular Joe that likes to drive cars. And I like them to, number one, look sexy like this. This is where I differ from Scotty Kilmer. But the other things that I do agree with Scotty, I don't want them to break down. I want them to be fuel efficient and low maintenance, basically. That's the kind of guy I am. I drive slowly. I don't like to race, not even on the regular streets, but I must admit, it is pretty fun when you do. Anyways, this is the last year that they made this model. This is the 1999 version. They made it from 1990 through 1999, at least in America. I bought this car with 70,000 miles, and to put that into perspective, the 2014 car that I bought, that's my daily driver, the one that I use every single day, that one at 6 years has 144,000 miles. That's a lot of miles. This one in 20 years only has 70,000 miles, so this is basically a brand new car. At least for me it is. As you look at it from the external, you can see there's no rust at all, and there's very minor imperfections, a couple superficial scratches that when buffed out you don't see, and maybe a slight ding here, but on the whole, looking at it grossly here, you won't be able to catch anything. You have to look at it as if you were washing the car to notice anything. That's how well this car was kept. This car was garage kept for 20 years. One owner before me, he was an old guy, about 90 years old when I met him, and he just didn't want this car anymore. He said when he got out of the car, it hurt his knees, so he just wanted to get rid of it. And lucky for me, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. I looked online and I saw this car. I said, I gotta go check it out. And thank goodness I did, because before I checked this one out, I checked many different cars out, and many different 3000 GTs as well, and oh man, they were horrible shape. Horrible. Lots of rust. Some people were in crashes. The internals were all faded and cracked. Parts were breaking down, and as you look at this car, you will see none of that. This car is in immaculate shape. I am so happy that I found this car. Oh my goodness. And now Back in 1999, this car, this base model car, was about $35,000. In today's money, that's approximately $55,000. The VR4, the performance model, was about $50,000 back then, and in today's money, it's about $77,000. Guess how much I got this car for? You'll never guess. I got it for about $6,000. Basically a brand new car in immaculate shape. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not a big spender. When you go to medical school, you come out with student loans at around $300,000, so I don't have that kind of money to be throwing around. And I just got lucky, really lucky, that I found this car. So this car is living proof that you do not need to be rich to be driving a nice car. That said, I'm not a stingy guy. I like to support all my YouTube channels that I watch, and if you read the comments, you'll probably notice that I do support a lot of the channels by signing up for their shows, buying their merchandise and whatnot. So I'm not a cheap guy, but I am a frugal guy. That said, let's get into the engine.